Alright, so let's go for another coffee run, coffee and food. But today we go a different way. A nice vegetable garden there. They grow all sorts of stuff there. They're building something over here, I don't know what, maybe more houses. They've flattened everything down there. There's even another little garden down there that they're starting to make. I'll have to go down and have a look one day. Yeah, it looks quite nice. So a nice road to go running down. That's cool. Sometimes this is all flooded, like up to the wheel arches of my truck even. Hard to believe now, but it does happen. The gas guy, he's the one that delivers all the bottled gas. We've got a power company depot here, Tenaga Nacional, the national power company. There's some trucks and things in there. Alright, so we go through a different way today. This is where Spooky House is off to the right, this little jungle patch here. It's basically full of rubbish. People sneak in there and go fishing in the lake. I guess it'd be quite nice to go fishing, but on the flip side people dump a hell of a lot of rubbish in there. And as you can see, there's not many people on the road again today. Funny that. So this way we'll go around a semi sort of industrial estate, keeping within 10 miles or 10 kilometres. That's my starting point, of course. You don't want to break any rules. You see, people like to use their phones a lot while they're driving. I think that contributes to a hell of a lot of road accidents. Sort of thing in Australia, you'd probably lose your license, I think, if you were caught playing with your mobile phone while you're driving. Here I don't think anyone really cares so much. Yeah, it looks like the tyre place is open. That's where I take my car to get the tyres fixed. So we make the left here. Always looking out for motorbikes coming down the wrong way. They like to just come back basically the way we just come along the side of the road, because it's shorter. Some HDV on our left. You can get a little jump off that if you so desire. Not today. Little food stall there. Lights now. It's funny, the food stalls, once they find a more permanent location, they'll do things like lay a concrete footing, and if they stay there a bit longer, then they'll erect a shelter, like corrugated iron shelter or something like that, and they become more or less a permanent structure. I don't think you need any building permits for that sort of thing, you just go ahead and do it. And this one to the right here, even though it's a tent, you can see they've laid a concrete foundation there. Now I don't know I think there's some sort of system for that, who gets to stick at which point. So if one day I want to sell some mangoes, I think I have to sort of book ahead to that spot I'm not sure entirely how it works, but there is some sort of system because not always is the same seller there every day. That's a nice moss, look at that. La, 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 la. Gets flooded here a bit also from time to time. So turning left into here, this takes us through a bit of a fairly typical residential area, but then down into some industrial estate as well. Now this is nice. So whenever there's a hole in the road or something, that's what happens. Some good citizen will just stick a cone in the middle, maybe some tree branches if you're lucky, and it'll pretty much stay like that for a few months now until they get around fixing it. A nice yellow school bus to the right there. Guy having a ciggy, or he's riding his bike. And now we're entering into the industrial estate area. Not much happening around here at the moment except for stray dogs. Usually you see a lot of stray dogs actually, not even the stray dogs are out. Someone must have communicated the MCO into dog language and told the dogs to stay home as well. Let's just have a look out here. There's some nice plants there. I don't know what that one is. We do like making stuff out of shipping pallet containers. This is where you come down looking for them. There's quite a lot. I don't want to go down there too far because there's a lot of broken glass and stuff, and I don't want to venture today. This one looks a bit better. Some council trucks, how to work. Yeah, there's a stray dog. Sometimes they chase you. It's quite funny. And usually this is all open, but it's pretty dead. Sometimes people live in these places. I guess if you've got a business here, a factory or something, it'd be pretty cheap accommodation. No flat tires today. The guy's having a break. Wondering what the fuck am I doing here? Alright, so those stray dogs. Let's see if they'll chase us. There's a few coming out now, there's some action. Got my boots on today. Actually one day when I was riding I had my touring boots on and they went to bite. Yep. They did chase. Yeah, you don't really want to be bitten by one of those. You know what sort of diseases they've got. Gosh, they might even have COVID. What else can I show you? Some more industrial estate down there. Just to give an idea, I think someone actually lives in that container, that wooden box sometimes, or they sleep in there. It's another makeshift food store. I guess these are the people that are hurt the most when you have these lockdowns and closing of the businesses. I guess it's all fine and dandy if you're a corporate white collar worker, but if you're one of these families, and they usually are families that run these food stalls and these work in these factories. Gee whiz, you'd be having a really hard time right now. Really feel for them. What to do. There's a nice car wash place here. I've never been there, but over to the left, they're closed, of course. But they usually have some fancy looking supercars there that they wash. I'll have to try it one day. Not that I have a fancy supercar, but I do my moto there. So we're sort of at the end of the industrial area now, and we're heading back into some residential type street area. You'll see a little typical town shortly. There's a banana tree to the right and some other stuff that people are picking. It's very common to see banana trees everywhere. Sometimes they have bananas you can just pick off and eat like a little monkey. So here's one of the towns. Usually there's a night market or afternoon market here. People out doing their stuff. Yeah. Petrol station, houses to the right. Petronas. So now we're going back to the highway. Now there's a little turnaround here that you can go through and head back where we went yesterday, actually, to Keras, but we're not going to do that today. I'm hungry and I want my coffee. So this just takes back onto the same road. It's a bit familiar. Here we are doing the speed limit, unlike everyone else. Yeah, it's a bit strange riding around with not so much traffic. It's nice, but I'm used to a lot more traffic usually when you're riding around these suburbs. And you really notice the difference once you're out of the city and into the rural or country areas. The scenery changes a lot, traffic changes a lot. And it's really quite pleasant. So we'll just head down here, almost at our destination. I like coming around this corner when there's no cars. Yeah, you can't come around too fast. So those taxi drivers usually sit around there and talk, waiting for their next fare. I don't think they get much action anymore with all this COVID and Grab and stuff. So I think it's a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy, because every time I tried to take them, they always try and charge like 50 ringgit. Doesn't really matter where you go. So what to do? Better to get a Grab. Here we are. Oh, where to park? So much congestion, I just can't find a park anywhere. That's what I'll have to do today. There. Okay, coffee time.